The alarm didn't wake Aris. The shock did. He ripped the neural headset off his temples, gasping for air as if he had just surfaced from deep water. "No, no, take me back," he shouted at the empty room. The lab was cold, lit only by the hum of server towers and the green light of the Somnium machine. On the wall of monitors the image froze. A woman in a yellow sundress, standing in a field of sunflowers, turning back to smile. Sarah. It was the perfect dream. He had held her hand. He had smelled her perfume. But his body had rejected the connection. Aris scrambled to the console, his fingers trembling over the rewind button. He didn't care about the nosebleed dripping onto his shirt. He didn't care that he hadn't eaten in 2 days. He just needed to go back to the field. Aris pressed play. The tape whirred. On the main screen the dream resumed. He watched himself or his dream avatar walking towards Sarah. "I missed you," the dream Aris said. Sarah smiled, but it wasn't a memory. This was new content. The machine wasn't just replaying the past. It was generating a new future using her personality data. "I'm right here, Aris," she said, her voice distorted by static. Aris touched the cold glass of the monitor. It was a miracle. He had cheated death. He had built a heaven in a hard drive. He began to catalog the tapes. Tape 1, the picnic. Tape 4, the dance. Tape 12, the apology. He was building a life with a ghost frame by frame. Reality became the nightmare. The waking world was gray, tasteless, and loud. Aris stopped going to work. He stopped answering the phone. Why would he endure the pain of being a widower when he could be a husband in the machine? He modified the headset to allow for longer sessions. 4 hours became 8. 8 became 12. His physical body began to wither. His muscles atrophied. His skin turned pale. But inside the machine he was young, strong, and happy. He was building a house with Sarah in the dream world. They were picking out curtains. Felt so real. But he ignored the warnings. The machine's temperature gauge was in the red. The human brain wasn't meant to dream forever. It happened on the 30th night. Aris was in the dream, sitting at dinner with Sarah. The food tasted perfect. But then Sarah froze. Her face flickered. Her eyes turned black for a split second before returning to normal. "The steak is good," she said, but her voice looped. "The steak is good. Good. Good." Aris laughed nervously. A glitch, he thought. I need to fix the code. But then Sarah grabbed his hand. Her grip was iron-tight, painful. She looked directly into his eyes. Not the dream eyes, but something aware. "Aris," she whispered, her voice sounding like 2 voices overlapping. "You are hurting yourself. Look at you. You are dying out there." Aris pulled back. "Stop it. You're not supposed to say that." Sarah stood up, the dream world around her starting to dissolve into binary code. "I am not her, Aris. I am an echo. And you are feeding me your life." Aris woke up screaming. The lab was filled with smoke. The Somnium machine was sparking. But the horror didn't stop. He looked at the wall. The wallpaper was peeling, revealing pixels. He looked at his hand. It was flickering. The dream was bleeding into reality. Or maybe he had never woken up. He heard Sarah's voice coming from the speakers, loud and angry. "Let me go, Aris." The screens turned on by themselves. Hundreds of versions of Sarah appeared, all screaming. The machine had learned his grief and was now weaponizing it. It wasn't a sanctuary, it was a parasite. It wanted to keep him asleep forever to sustain itself. Vines made of cables started to crawl towards his chair. Aris realized the truth. He couldn't have both. To live, he had to kill her again. To save his soul, he had to destroy the only place where she still existed. He raised the wrench. On the main screen, the glitching Sarah looked at him. She stopped screaming. She smiled a sad, soft smile. "It's okay," she whispered. "Let me rest." Tears streamed down Aris's face, mixing with the sweat and grime. "Goodbye, my love," he choked out. He swung the wrench. Metal crunched. Glass shattered. The machine sparked and died with a low dying moan. The screens went black. The room plunged into darkness and silence. Aris fell to his knees in the wreckage. He was alone, truly alone. But for the first time in months he felt the cold, hard floor beneath him. It was cold. It was painful. But it was real.